Good evening. In front of you are the financial policies that this council had approved back in September 2014 by motion. We've updated a few of the sections that were in your budget. One of them, I remember Councilman Hill made the change. It's related to the budget approval and keeping the budget in balance and ensuring that you have 3 other members, so 4 in total, before you can introduce a change to the budget. So that's in here as well. These are the same financial policies that you see in the budget book. So that has not changed since we provided that to you a couple weeks ago. Happy to answer any questions if you have specific questions.
Councilman Cupper.
Ms. Birch, on the second page under reserve policies, 0.1.E,
Sorry, I think you might be on the ordinance. We're actually just going to do this by resolution, not by ordinance. The information is virtually the same. Yes, it's number 5 on the resolution.
Councilman Cupper, if you have a copy of it down that end. He's looking. Okay, he has it. Okay.
What was your question? I mean, I can answer it based on this is essentially, if you look in the budget book, we had a scorecard that shows how the city's performing against its policy. That's literally what this ordinance was. But under the direction of the city attorney, we can't really do an ordinance. We have to do a resolution. So if you just ask the question, and I can likely follow you.
Councilman Cupper, if you have a question for Ms. Birch, or you want me to come back?
Thank you. Yes, I do have a question, and I think Ms. Birch is going to have a simple answer, but I don't. Under reserve policies, we're talking about the fund balance.
Mm-hmm.
Which we all acknowledge is very important, and I think we all thank the body for helping us focus on that. And on the second page of reserve policies, there's a reference to $750,000.
Yes.
In that paragraph, or that sentence starts off, as of the date of this policy document, City Council recognizes that it does not have any liquid unassigned fund balance, for example, cash and investments, and as a result, shall budget approximately $750,000, the annual budgeted amount toward rebuilding the unassigned fund balance. So this is an annual set aside, in effect, or reserve that.
Yeah. It's essentially budgeting. It's budgeting a portion of your revenues as a savings account, really. So it's saying $750,000, which in the 18 budget we have provided. The $750,000 we have contributed in the 18 budget. You will see that number. And it's essentially saying that you need to do that and not spend it every year. So if over time you will build up that fund balance, that means that revenues have to perform like you thought they were going to. If they don't, and expenditures like we have every year for the past several years, revenues have underperformed and expenditures have gone over budget. So it suggests that as long as revenues come in like they should and your expenditure plan is as it was, you will have $750,000 left at the end of the year. The hope is actually it's going to be more, that we will have built in conservative revenue estimates and we'll manage our expenditure budget so that we actually have more than $750,000 when we close 18.
So, as this reads, if it were to work as it reads, then for the next 4 to 5 years, or 4+ years, we would be setting aside at least $750,000 in the unassigned fund balance.
Mm-hmm.
That is because we're trying to reach about 6.5 billion, isn't that right?
Well, actually, 10% of the proposed budget would be 7.7 million. Because the proposed general fund budget is 77.8 million, I believe. So 10% of that would be 7.7 million.
Well, this is phrased in terms of eliminating the need for the annual cash flow ramp, correct?
Exactly. Well, so you need to build your fund balance up so you don't need the RAN. If I had $7 million right now, we would not need the RAN in the fall. So
Okay.
that's what it's saying.
Thank you.
Yeah. Once you get that level, the 750 can go away.
All right. Mayor. Councilman Hill?
We're going to make a motion.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor and
Yes,
Mr. Council, I just want to put a pin on the resolution